The Rockford IceHogs return home this afternoon and welcome in the Chicago Wolves for Game 3 of their Central Division semifinal series presented by BMO Harris Bank. Hello, everybody. Joseph Zakrzewski with you for today's episode of IceHogs Warmup. Coming up on the program, we're going to go inside the locker room, hear from the coaching staff and your favorite players, and again, come back live to the BMO and get you ready for the opening puck drop. Well, the IceHogs will spend the first two contests of this series out on the road in All-State Arena. Let's take a look at how the Hogs match up against the Wolves going into Game 3 back home in the state line this afternoon. The IceHogs trailed this best-of-5 series 2-0 and are up against the ropes coming into this afternoon. Game number 3 at the BMO, and the IceHogs needing a victory to force Game 4, which would be on Tuesday, and Game number 5, they'd have to run the table. That'll be on Thursday back at All-State Arena. But the IceHogs would drop last night's Game 2 action to go down 2-0 in the series, a 4-1 victory for the Chicago Wolves. The IceHogs were under attack early in the hockey game at All-State Arena. Chicago would have 3 power play chances and 20 total shots in the first period, and they would wear down the defense and the goaltender and finally crack through for Josh Levo would get the tally at 16:52 to make it a 1-0 score, and that would be quickly followed up by C.J. Smith at 18:42 for a 2-0 lead going into the first intermission. Things would calm down a little bit in the second period, and that's where the IceHogs would find some life, but they would go down 3-0. Max Lajoie at 11:51 would give the Wolves that 3-0 advantage, but Alec Regula on the power play on a fantastic coast-to-coast play with an assist going to his goaltender in Arvid Soderblom will get the IceHogs on the board. Regula his first goal of the postseason, and the IceHogs were in business in Rockford. 10 shots in the second period to Chicago's 11. So a little bit more of a 50-50 play, but going into the third period, Vasily Ponomarev would complete the game scoring and make it the 4-1 final. That one came just a little over the halfway point. Goaltender Arvid Soderblom with an assist. He was fantastic in the creasing and had to really weather the storm early on in that first period. He would finish up the game with 45 saves, not too far off from his season high of 47 dating back to the regular season. As for the Chicago Wolves, for Jack Drury would lead the charge. He would have 2 assists in the hockey game, and goaltender Alex Lyon, a much quieter night compared to Soderblom. He would make 15 stops. And now the Wolves entering today looking to close out this season series. They would then take on the winner of what would be Manitoba and Milwaukee. They are playing in a decisive game number 5 today up in Winnipeg. IceHogs looking to get the victory today and force Game 4 on Tuesday. Game 5 would again be on Thursday. But for the Wolves, they're looking for their first sweep since 2007, the West Division semis against the Milwaukee Admirals, and it would also be their 6th sweep in team history if they're able to accomplish that. Let's take a look at the Lou Backward Automall 3 keys to the contest for your Rockford IceHogs. Key number 1 is a must. They have to get off to a good start. They cannot allow the Chicago Wolves to dictate pace and energy like they did in game number 2 last night, especially with those 20 shots on goal and 3 power plays pretty much right off the hop. So the IceHogs need to be disciplined, high energy, and have a good start to this hockey game today. Key number 2 is to do not cheat the contest. That means cut corners or take any lapses or time off throughout this 60-minute effort or beyond if the IceHogs need it. If it means a victory coming in overtime, the IceHogs need to be fully attentive, especially with the quick turnaround going into this afternoon showdown for game number 3. And key number 3 is to limit Chicago's chances. The Wolves have been firing on all cylinders, games 1 and game 2 combined. They have really peppered goaltender Arvid Soderblom, so the IceHogs need to slow down the shot quantity and quality from Chicago coming into this afternoon. It's an exciting afternoon at BMO Harris Bank Center as Jim Cornelius, the Chicago Blackhawks anthem singer, is going to perform. Tommy Hawk, the Blackhawks mascot, will be in the building as well, hanging out with Hammy Hogg. And, of course, Game 3 action of the Central Division semifinal series presented by BMO Harris Bank against the Chicago Wolves just right around the corner as well. Well, coming up on IceHogs Warmup, we're going to hear from the coaching staff, your favorite players' reaction from Game 2 last night out at All-State Arena, and get you ready for the opening puck drop for Game 3 today at BMO Harris Bank Center. So stay tuned for more IceHogs Warmup.